Well, first off, Tony, thank you so much for joining me today. We're here to talk about your brand new single that is also our trending track, which is Tomorrow Today. And that song is so, so good. But I first met you at the Canadian Country Music Week back in September, and it was a pleasure to meet you there. But for anybody who is a little unfamiliar with you, tell us a bit more about yourself.
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me, and thank you guys for adding the track as the training track. That's super awesome. Well, I mean, a little bit about myself. I love country music. I like hunting, fishing, trucks, things like that. Um, I got into music as a young kid and just been writing a lot of songs for the past about 8 or 9 years, and started going to open mics. There was actually I actually had a little bit of time in the hospital, and I wound up being on bed rest for a few months, and it just gave me a lot of time to rethink what I was doing in life and where my priorities were at, and kind of like felt like a second chance at life. And I just decided to stop putting aside the things that I thought meant the most to me, and so kind of just pursued it from there, and now I'm at this point. So
Well, it's amazing to have you at this point, and we're so happy that you have released Tomorrow Today to the world. And you have mentioned in your bio that you do like to write songs about real life experiences and real life stories and everybody and anybody who has been involved in your life. So, writing this song, tell us a bit about the process.
yeah, so I mean, this song isn't that far off from the story of how my wife and I met. At the time, I was in no state of mind to be thinking about marriage or long-term relationships. Like the first line says, you don't think much past the next fishing trip with the guys. So that's kind of where I was mentally when I first met my now wife. And it's just a progression of that relationship and realizing that person is, man, like so special to you, and the the way that yeah, your mindset changes as you get to know that person and become more than just friends. And yeah, and just the thought process of, oh man, maybe I could marry this girl. And I remember that moment uh with my girlfriend at the time, now wife. So it's just a huge part of our story, or my story. So that's why I love writing songs that have that substance in them, that are relatable to real life scenarios. So yeah.
Well, it is an amazing song. Every time it comes on, I just keep thinking, wow, this just keeps getting better and better. And that is such a sweet
Awesome.
message and very relatable as well from the sounds of it. That is so cool. So I know that everyone's going to want to know more about you and hear more of your songs when they do come out. So where can everybody find you and your music?
Well, I'm on Instagram at Tony Stevens Music, and all of my music is available on the major streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, and all that stuff. And we do have lots of stuff coming down the pipe. So that's the exciting part. It's not just one song. I mean, we've got so many songs, and I just can't wait to get more of them out to you guys. And hopefully, you guys like them all and can, in some way, relate to the lyrics. So.
We are going to love all those songs for sure. Well, Tony, thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Sarah. Really do appreciate it.